I'm a savage, yeah. Classy, bougie, ratchet, yeah. Sassy, moody, nasty, yeah. Hacking, stupid, what's happening, bitch, what's happening, bitch, I'm a savage, yeah. Classy, bougie.
Real hot girl shit.
Welcome.
It is, what time did you say it was?
It's 11:30.
It's 11:30 on a Tuesday?
Wednesday. We're inside.
I'm in a different time in my head. Anyway, this is Dani. I'm so excited to have my sister with me this morning, drinking tea and smoking some cannabis.
Hell yeah.
We are just talking about a crazy week we had. What we did this week. That's all I want to talk about, because that's really enough. But this is episode 2, so welcome to Kaili Knows.
Kaili Knows, that's what it's called?
Kaili knows nothing.
Love it. Welcome to Kaili Knows.
Welcome. So I would say my week has been highs and lows. I've been no alcohol since Thanksgiving. Woo! Yes, it's really MVD, but I'm starting my shamanism journey. My shaman journey, which you can also follow on OnlyFans. I feel like I have a little bit more freedom on that thing.
For sure.
Yeah, but this week has been very spiritual. I've gotten so many answers.
That's good.
Yeah, I feel like that one thing that happened, remember, around Halloween?
Oh, are we talking about the snake?
Yeah, I didn't want to talk about it, but I didn't want to say it, but I feel like I know what happened. So you know the other thing that was going around, or that happened this week? The other thing.
The dream?
And yeah, that whole thing.
Mm-hmm,
okay. So I found out that somebody was dabbling in some dark magic that they didn't know about.
Who, you?
No, not me.
Oh, I was like, oh my God. Dark magic.
Hey,
no, stick to the light magic.
Respect. The thing about dark is that it just comes back to you. It doesn't do anything to anybody else. But yeah, so they told me the cards, she told me, we just call her karmic. But she was like, yeah, I tried magic, but I'll never do it again. It was around the time though that this insane event happened on Halloween.
Okay. No. It is really, really big for her. It was not that huge.
It's not a huge deal for anybody, but for me it was very spiritual because everything is spiritual. Every single thing. So this, as you can imagine, was even more spiritual. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's definitely deep rooted in some like past life shit. Like
yes.
She's really scared of snakes.
Oh yes, which leads us to
afraid of snakes, which she's working on.
It'll be our third episode. It's actually the third episode. We're gonna get a snake, a boa constrictor, and we're gonna actually see how deeply rooted my fears go.
Just breathe through it.
That's what I'm gonna do.
In through the nose. Out through the mouth. And it's nice too when you hold it for just a second, because you can really feel your heart beating. Like, you know, like you try to feel and you're like, okay, yeah, no, it's beating. When you breathe in and you hold it for a second, can you feel how clear? Like it's like boom, 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 and you let it out. It's nice. I breathe so often.
Do you actually do that in large crowds when you're performing sets?
No. When I'm performing sets, it's like a total flow state of you just get into the music. Like the first 10 minutes for everybody is super nerve-wracking because obviously you want to do the best and give the people the best show. Oh, it's done because I'm great. Anyway, I love my job. I love my job. What?
For 20 minutes, you said?
No, for 10 minutes. The first 10 minutes, you're like, yeah, maybe even 5, but like the first 10 minutes, like you're nervous before it, you're like, oh shit, you know, and then you're like, okay, I want to do this next. And then you just forget about it, and then you just feel the music, and then it's just like pure, like I feel like I'm in the crowd almost. Like that's how I dance when I'm performing. Like it's just like.
So you really feel like everybody at these EDC, I've actually never been to a rave, so this is insane.
When we
She's
open
gonna
back up,
change
I'm
that.
gonna bring you.
Yes! So I always got the feeling that trap and dubstep and these styles of new age, I always thought it was like a new age classical, like the new Mozart or the new Beethoven. It's just a different type of symphony. So I always felt like that brings us together instead of words. Words actually separates us as
you
a
can't
one
describe
collective.
perfectly for anybody, because it's all like perception of like what that meant, and like they're gonna have a different image than what you're saying or trying to explain, you know? So yeah, no, but music, we all hear that.
I will say when I listen to Yellow Claw. Well, there's White Claw, there's Yellow Claw. I don't know. So I really feel like I am connected to it might be a small unison of people, but I feel connected.
Yeah, that's exactly why people fall in love with the rave, though.
Yeah, I can see
the
that.
first time I went there, and I didn't drink or smoke or anything.
You're the captain.
And I chink and clink, clank, whatever.
That was more like a chink.
Yeah, the fucking being at the rave for the first time was like being in the crowd, the energy, it is like, I was like, what the hell is this? I'd never felt that before. It was so vibrating and like, oof. And then I knew from that moment on, Hard Summer was my first one. And I was watching Crystal Castles and Major Lazer.
Crystal
Castles, bro. She climbed up on the beam. She was rocking with one hand in the mic going, ah, to the top of the beams where the lights are. It was insane. I was like, this bitch is crazy. I love her. Yeah, so after that, I knew I was a raver for sure.
Dani knows.
I know.
That's awesome. Wow. So why don't you climb on bars?
Well, we don't really have, I don't know.
I'm just kidding.
For
It's because she's her own person and doesn't copy anyone.
I mean, it sounds pretty crazy. I've never even jumped in the crowd before.
Gwen Stefani did like 20 push-ups on stage.
She's crazy. That's awesome. She's a badass. Yeah. Cheers to Gwen Stefani.
Cheers to that bitch. Damn. Yeah, she knew.
Yeah, I've been feeling really bad about using the word bitch recently, and I love the word bitch.
I'm feeling a little awkward with it as well.
I use it all the time for anything.
It's not sliding off the tongue anymore.
Now I feel people's almost like they tighten up, like when I say the word bitch, and I'm like, sorry, did I just offend you? Like,
Interesting.
And so now I just like, I'm like, do I have to stop saying the word bitch? I love bitches, you know? That's me. That's I don't see anything wrong with that.
That's my problem.
I think it's maybe in like the way that you say it.
Oh my gosh, I love bitches.
Yeah.
Damn. I've been just dating a bunch of bitches. Ain't that a bitch?
Ain't that a bitch?
Well, I stay bitchin'.
Hey, see, there's so many ways to use the word bitch. I love it. It's totally how you're using it. But yeah, so I'm sorry for offending anybody.
Can we bring up a certain someone who used to say the B word bitch all the time, but he's an Italian, so it's okay?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh my God.
That was funny though.
It is funny. It's also funny what curse words in other countries, like they're just like, that's their word now, you know, and it's totally our word, but they take it and they use it in all the wrong ways too, and you're just like, that's fucking hilarious. But yes. Another thing that's in Italy that Bella was just explaining to me was the word dick, I think. She's just like, everything's dick to them. They're just like, dick this and dick that. And I'm just like, that's not how you use it. That's so cute.
So that's the American that goes over
right, the English words,
That's what travels overseas is
baby's a good one. Everybody loves baby. No matter where you are in the world. It's such a good word.
I call everybody baby.
I love baby. I call my fans little alien babies. My little alien.
Alien babies. Shout out alien babies.
I always am like, I love my babies. And they know. They're the babies.
I love my babies, but do I want a baby? No. I'm good. Do I want to get married? No. I'm good. I'm sorry, guys. I don't get it. Hey, I love... to each his own. I'm happy
to each his own, for sure. I cannot wait to have kids, actually. I think about my kids every single day. I've been thinking about them since I was a kid so that I could just like know how to connect and raise them properly in my way and understand them and what they're going through and like never forget and like get to in that parental like state where you just totally forget what it's like to be a kid and go through all of those mistakes and feelings and all that shit. So I've always held on to like one day, and like when the situations come up, I think about how I would explain that to them, and then I start explaining. I'm like, oh no, wait, maybe you shouldn't tell a kid that. Okay, refrain it, you know, like reword it. And so then I started figuring out how I'd do it. And yeah, so I love the idea of kids. But yeah, I was reading up recently on what it's like to give birth and the healing process.
Yeah,
I'm good for a while. I can't wait, but I am good. That shit is.
I'm with that. And
yeah.
I just don't think anyone's good enough for me.
I'll see a picture of a good soup and my mouth will start watering. I'm like, get in my mouth right now.
Except soup doesn't get you really faded.
It could if you put THC in it.
What?
You can put THC in anything.
Oh. That's true. Kaili knows now.
That is great. Kaili knows, but it's really just Kaili figuring it out. And now she knows.
It's Kaili stabilizing her life. Inside joke.
Talking through things, yeah.
Yeah, you don't know everything.
You don't know everything. You think you do, you don't know.
You don't know nothing about nothing.
Nothing. No one knows anything about anything. And that's what's so funny about people getting so like hyped up on like, this is a fact and I'm gonna dude, you don't know. Like, let it go.
Well, they
it's
don't know
fine.
that.
You can have a theory. That's great, but don't be killing people over it, taking human rights away because of it. Like, people chill.
Wait,
you
what is happening with my human rights?
Not your human rights, fucking everybody else's. It's fucked up, man.
Well, I'm all about the divine human right. The divine right.
That too.
Your rights to your divinity.
Right?
The divine. Hey, there are certain divine rules that I think they're harder to break than others, for sure. Like, they're rules that you're kind of like born with, that like you've already learned in past lives and stuff.
That are like embedded into us that we like don't.
Yeah, because isn't that what life is? A big lesson, and everything else is just karmic cycles. Karmic cycles.
Yes.
Oof. So I really am confused right now. This is actually a huge topic that I wanted to.
With the karmic cycles?
Talk about.
I actually don't know much about karmic cycles, but...
Oh, you gonna learn today.
We gonna learn. If Kaili knows.
If Kaili knows anything. So I'm really confused right now. I don't know if a DM is really a karmic, which means...
Wait, a DM isn't a direct message?
A DM as not, it goes down in the DM. It is divine masculine.
Oh. Wait, so is there a divine feminine and a divine masculine, or?
Do you believe in twin flames?
Yeah, I mean, kind of. I think like I lost the belief for a while, and then there are certain people, like I haven't met my twin flame, but I've met like multiple soulmates for sure. Like,
that's a divine right. Would you say that's something you believe you're born with? That's a divine right. You choose what to believe. Your divine right to choose. That's really the only rule, or not rule, right? Anyway, what's going on with our human rights?
No. I was just, I was talking. We were going on a track.
Well, anyway,
there.
We'll stay on topic because this is important. This is a huge thing for my life. This really determines whether or not I make or break my life, whether I lose everything or whether I go up and soar. Is this man a karmic cycle, or is this man the one controlling the music on my iPhone?
Ah, I see.
Yes. That's the big picture.
Well, I
or just the
feel
second
like
episode of Kaili Knows.
I think the universe definitely gives us different messages, and it can be in forms of music. It can be in forms of animals, or like.
I don't know if it's my soul talking to itself. I don't know if I dedicated the song to myself.
Or maybe it's something that just like you needed to hear it to think a thought, you know, like it needed to open up a new thought.
I definitely feel like my iPhone
some songs
has a mind.
Just like hit you sometimes that you're like, whoa, I never even heard those lyrics before, understood what they meant, but I really feel that.
A lot of Nirvana. When he says he's on the plane, he's not talking like American Airlines, okay? He's talking a dimension. Learn that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Of course it would be.
He's crazy, but he's great.
Yeah.
Why do you think we don't have... That'll be episode later.
Breaking down Kurt Cobain's mind.
What
No,
does
nobody
Kurt know?
knows. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows that.
Nobody.
Sounds like heron. That's what that sounds like. Anyway,
Yeah.
So this DM, this divine masculine, it tripped me up for a second, and I laid in bed this week and like ordered a bunch of Postmates and realized that's an addiction that needs to be broken. Is really bad. I would cry. Like talking about it makes me want to cry. Actually, see, I don't know. Is that the DM making me want to cry, or is that the Postmates? Either way, they're both addictions, and I do better without either of them, Postmates and the boy.
Okay, yes, Postmates is a wonderful, convenient thing, but everybody needs to chill. We're racking up the dollars on Postmates, and I know everybody watching this does the same thing.
I
that's our
justify it like
generation.
I'm putting somebody to work.
I mean, true. No, 100%.
I hired somebody.
Yeah, I mean, you are. You're giving back in a way.
That's not a good argument.
It's not good. No, it's not good enough.
for me.
You need to cook. People need to cook their own food because it's healthier and it's better for you. And also, you know what I think too with our generation especially, it's so hard for us to choose food. Why is that? Because we have every fucking option in the world at the palm of our hands in seconds, ready to fucking come there within the hour. It's just like, we're so spoiled. We don't even know what we want. You know, when you overstimulate to the point where you're just like, you know, like that's just not a good way to live anymore. Like take a break, remove yourself, and then you come back and be like, wow, I really fucking appreciate this meal that I went out for and that I paid for, and it's an experience. Or even a Postmates coming to you, you know?
Damn, this made me realize I live in my head. I live in my head. I don't even want to get out of my head. I don't want to go down the street. I don't want to sit in a car. I don't want to meet people at the CVS. I don't want to see nobody. I just want to live in my head.
Is it a fun place?
No, but still. It's just not that it's fun, it's that a lot goes on in there and I get distracted. I'll go to the grocery store and forget everything. And
That's
I'll be like,
notes. Write down what you need.
I do that, and so I remember those things that I wrote down for sure. But then it's like, it takes me to make a decision. This is the only reason why I would need a man or a boyfriend. I'm not ashamed to say it. Yes, Candace Owens, real men. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring her into this.
I don't even know who that is.
We'll keep it that way.
Yeah.
But, so I need a man to help with the decision making. I'm so in this. I got decisions up here. You know, you guys all think that, like, the president actually has power because his brain is so smart. And that's not the case. But the smartest brain wins. And I'm up there. It's 4 people. We'll talk about that later. Kaili knows something, okay? Kaili knows something, okay? I know that I'm 3,000 years old. I know that I'm destined for an MTV Movie Award. I know that, and you'll all bow down when that happens. But until that day, I'll be at the grocery store just super confused.
Just sitting in the aisle thinking about everything.
Oh, and I have my music in because I don't want to hear nobody. And then once, except my music, and
Yeah,
I'm such a hermit. You know, that really is.
I know, and I think that definitely this quarantining
COVID
made
hurt
us
me.
all like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, like I really just took for granted everything that we could do at the blink of an eye. Like thinking about going to the movies.
Oh, wow. Can you
I mean, it was
still
just,
hike?
yeah, you can still hike.
Is Runyon
No.
open?
I don't know, but that's too busy. No one needs to go to Runyon.
Exactly.
There's so many places to hike in
Remember all
California.
these
Come on.
things? Just like...
But yeah, it was just like, whoa, oh my God, just at our fingertips, whatever, that was cool. Yeah.
We
Bro.
were spoiled. We were little
Spoiled.
brats. We were little brats.
Dude, we are.
Little
literally
bitches.
First world problems, man. We need to appreciate, and quarantine definitely made us do that.
Well, no wonder every other country associates us with dicks and bitches.
What? I think they associate
what
us
I
with
got it.
idiots.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dicks and bitches.
I think we associate ourselves with that, honestly.
We really
based on all
do
of our
it to
TV
ourselves.
and
That's
music
the
and
thing.
pop culture.
Okay, major lessons we learned this week. Go. Me first because I'll forget. I learned the huge lesson to not be a victim. Okay.
Yes, love
I
that.
did everything that's happened to me, every scar, every bruise, every this, every that. You really come to one of those, it's not really a revelation, it's just another thought process that you're like, oh shit, that feels good. It really did feel so good to let go and be like, I did everything to myself. I did it all.
No, I mean, things happen. People put things on people, especially as they're younger and like can't speak up for themselves and stuff like that. But us holding on to the pain is us doing that to ourselves.
That fear to use your throat chakra.
Mine's been sacral blockage. It's so funny though, because when you're talking about this week, you've learned about letting go. Yeah, that's literally, we're on the same path right now. She learned about what chakras were blocked in her and me totally separately, which is wild.
Yes.
And then also the whole like, yeah, letting go. You're not your traumas.
And that's the purpose of this podcast, this episode, was to bring us together, because we are really learning the same thing. We're both single right now.
Yeah, true.
We are both we're the same, some lessons we're going through at the same time.
Which is so interesting.
Yeah, we are really close though. I would say if I have telepathy with anybody, it's really my family.
Yeah.
I always
really
see you in my
crazy.
dreams. We're always traveling and so we're catching up.
Cheers.
Yeah. But that's a huge lesson for sure.
Huge lesson. And I think you keep relearning it in new ways too. It's like an onion. You just keep peeling and peeling and peeling until you get to the center.
That is what my spiritual advisor said about past life traumas. It's just an onion that you just keep going all the way. And it's 3,000.
You can't go around it, because guess what? It's going to come back. You got to go through it no matter how much it hurts.
You got to go through it.
That's the only way you're going to get past
it. You got to feel to heal. Feel to heal.
Feel to heal. Feel to heal. That's a good one.
And, also listen to trap music and dubstep, because apparently you'll feel like you're not alone.
EDM in general, yeah, I think that
I really do. I think that it's their own group. They're their own
absolutely
just group of little misfits.
Yeah,
love it.
My favorite thing on EDM Twitter, that's what it's called.
There's an EDM Twitter?
No, it's just Twitter, but it's like Twitter has all of its, we've got science Twitter, we've got political Twitter. They are their own fucking worlds where everybody is just consumed in that one small fucking fraction of Twitter. So I live in EDM Twitter, obviously.
Find your tribe. Find your tribe.
And the funniest pictures are like before dubstep, and it's like neat. Then it's like after dubstep, and they've got all the colors, and they got piercings, tattoos. They're like being themselves.
No, I'm saying that is a spiritual thing. I realized this in 2006, actually, when I went to Seattle.
You went to Seattle in 2006?
Oh, 2016.
Okay.
I don't know, numbers. Dates. 2016, Seattle, around a bunch of misfits selling fireworks, tatted up everywhere, colored hair, fun times. That was when I was going through a pre-spiritual shamanistic thing that kind of had to happen as well, that you got to go through, where I realized that tattoos are messages from your subconscious to people that you've met before.
I guess you could look at it that way. I mean, I think also it's showing
it's the theory.
fractions of who you are on the inside, on the outside of like what you're into and stuff.
Completely, yes. And honestly, the least amount of tattoos that you have, the least amount of almost like, not baggage, because I don't want to offend anybody, because tattoos are not baggage. I love tattoos, but I just feel like the Buddhist in me believes that I am not my body. And
yeah, I believe that too.
But also I only got this tattoo to say fuck you. I don't know to say fuck you to who, but we were talking about our anger issues. We should talk about that. Why am I so angry at I don't know.
I think I'm angry at everything. You realize you're angry. So many people are holding in the pit,
and you gotta feel the heel.
Yeah, you gotta feel the heel.
Pardon, gotta let it go. I have to stand up for a second to fix my shorts. Yeah, keep talking.
Yeah, this happens when you wear booty shorts. They look great. They go up your booty.
Yes. If you don't jump to really put jeans on, you don't know my pain.
My all my shorts show my booty. Like I don't. And I think dating my last boyfriend, I really realized that, because he was so conservative.
Really?
Yeah, that he was like, he made a comment about my bikini one time where he was like, yeah, I like this one. It was my least favorite one. He was like, it really fits. And I was just like, what the fuck does that supposed to mean about my other bikinis? Oh, jeez. I liked the other bikinis. Oh, so yeah, all my shorts show my butt.
I like my clothes
the way it fits.
A size smaller. It gives me something to work towards.
Oh. No, I actually ordered these
That
onesies
too.
and they are too small. I
Yeah,
was like,
it sucks when that happens. It sucks
don't know
when you
if it's-
actually
I
gain
don't-
weight and do the
yeah.
opposite. Oh my gosh, with no alcohol, I've been eating, this is Postmates, dude. Donuts.
No.
Boba. Did I talk about this? Did I tell you guys? No.
About what?
Oh my god, a lot, and like cakes
No.
and pies.
A lot of sugar.
Ew, this is stuff I would have never looked
It's true.
at before.
You don't even touch that stuff usually.
I would take a martini any day over this. It's bad. How
yeah,
does
I
anybody,
mean, it is bad.
why are people sober? Because they work for Postmates and can't drive.
No, I think it's a choice for sure.
I know why people are sober, for sure.
Some
It's
people never
actually
try
low-key
anything.
awesome.
Some people are religious. There's like so many reasons.
There's tons of reasons for sure, because another shamanistic thing that I've learned on this journey is that spirits are spirits. So that's
Are you
pretty
talking about
crazy.
us or the other spirits?
I'm talking about liqueur spirits.
Oh,
They're spirits. You should pray to them before you drink, guys. That's gonna be my new thing.
Alcohol?
I'm gonna be like, excuse me, and then I'm gonna come back like, woo! Because it's either go big or go home with me.
I feel like that you could have that same attitude towards anything. I remember seeing this one thing, and it was on Netflix. Everyone got obsessed with it. And it was the lady who went in and like organized the houses. I love that chick. She was awesome. But one of the
I
things
couldn't
that she did was like when you were getting rid of your things, you stopped for a second. You gave thanks for all that it did for you, and that you appreciated it. But now it's time to move on.
Oh wow!
And it
I
was
love
just like
that.
for every single
That's
thing.
hard. That's a hard thing to do, is let go. I'm such a pack rat.
Yeah, a hoarder. But yeah, I think like same thing with like if you're drinking, you could give thanks and have a very spiritual connection or journey, or just like
That is the only way now for me. Also, the other cool things that got ruined during shamanism, which I'm not ready to let go of cannabis yet.
No, what are they taking cannabis away from you?
Well, it's not they're not taking away, but it's another spiritual thing that I have to, it's almost like why Jesus went into the forest for 40 days, you gotta purge. So I'm
So you want
doing,
to get rid of everything. So
for a second, for
Yeah, why
sure,
not?
I gotta go through this. Porn, ruined, can't watch it now.
it's kind of ruined for me too. Yeah.
But it does make my live streams way more fun. It's like, and now I am so sensual with the body that it gives it a whole new meaning, and it's way more, not only intense, but just lively. My lives are lively. But no, I like what you were just saying.
Yeah.
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 How porn is kind of just, we're on the same wavelength. We're going through the same thing. But yeah, the next thing would be a detox from weed for a second. For the same amount of time, we'll see, you know. I'm gonna lose my mind.
I mean, I'm quitting
because I
cigarettes
can't
right now,
go.
so
I
that's
can't
pretty
go.
hard.
I can't
It
lean on
sucks.
alcohol during that time. That can't be a clutch. Like
No,
right now,
no.
I'm for sure leaning on weed.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I'm always leaning on weed.
Yeah.
Weed is my best friend. I am weed.
We are weed. Well, we got
We are
CBD
weed.
receptors, cannabinoid receptors in our brain, and supposedly women, when they're breastfeeding, somehow naturally produce or give the child CBD when they're breastfeeding.
My kid's getting a lot of. Oh no, I'm not having
No.
kids.
CBD, yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, that doesn't actually get you high, so I guess it would be okay. I don't know. That's a whole nother topic. I don't get it. I'm just, kids.
Kylie does not know kids.
Oh, I love kids though, fuck. And I love playing with other
Kids
people's
love
kids
me.
and babies.
Probably
Oh,
because I'm fun and
there you go.
cynical. Everyone loves the cynical person at the party when you're a kid.
Okay. This guy.
Make me a clown, or make me a bicycle clown. That good. I'm like with him, you know.
Yeah.
Totally the Vince Vaughn of the Wedding Crashers. Yeah.
What a great movie.
Yeah, how did we get to there? Anyway. Weed cough. Not COVID.
Not COVID. Getaways from
Never
people.
had it. Not that it matters. There should be no COVID shaming. If
No
you had-
COVID
no
shaming.
COVID shaming. If you
COVID
had it, you
Yep,
know,
it is what it is.
I don't think we should take the vaccine for personal reasons, such as the spirit molecule being taken from you.
Or being
And them not telling
somehow
us.
tainted, or or suppressed.
Yeah, so I'm against the possibility of not being able to travel because we didn't take it, and I'm also
I have to for my job,
the
so
business thing. Yeah,
that would really suck. I really hope they don't make it mandatory.
Really
that's taking people's rights away from them. Like, that's fucked up.
It's not like
clearly
you have to wear a mask. That's a rule. That's like, okay, if you break the mask, you get kicked out.
Yeah.
This being restricted from our work and our income is not okay.
No,
that's our rights,
it's fucked up.
That's our livelihood.
Everybody's affected. Yeah. It's anger is what I feel.
Yeah, what?
Anger.
And we wonder why we're so angry. I've gotten way more chill now that I've been balancing my chakras.
Good.
I will say that behind your chakras, right before your spine, or like, I don't know, in that area, up and down, there's a thing called God. And it's kind of like a mirror. And everything that goes past your chakras, your mind is telling it. So every time you're in the kitchen doing this and your mind's like, oh, I gotta call back this guy, and oh, I'm making coffee right now, and ow, I just stubbed my toe, that hurt, and whatever. You're telling God this, and God is like, dude, just ask and receive, bro. Like, just, if you don't ask, you're not gonna receive.
You're like, oh,
what? Like, he's like, I can't see anything. Like, I literally, and they don't feel, I call it a he, I call everything a he, but, and I have a boy dog, so I love men. Anyway, so, with this like mirror, basically, it feels everything, but it feels how you would feel beauty. Have you ever felt beauty before? Mm-hmm. That's when your chakras are clear and things are moving past it. The anger dissolves through time and work and lots of binaural beats when you sleep. But it goes past that. And then you can really start feeling that nirvana, zen, another word that has so many symbols attached to it. So I can definitely start feeling things move through my chakras, like right now. And that might be mistaken for anxiety. There's something right here that I'm feeling right now that's an anxiety. It's like that... You have to breathe through it. It's almost like if you were to, jump out of a plane, but it's like a different anxiety.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. And
it's not adrenaline.
That. It's just like, it just stays back there. Like, what are you so worried about, bro? Like, chill.
When did you get so timid, When did you become so timid? It
always comes back to breathing. We're always restricting ourselves from taking in oxygen, and it's fucking with our brain, it's fucking with our bloodstream, it's fucking with everything, and then we're just like tense and stressed and I think that was another thing that quarantine was supposed to teach us all. It was like, you guys are going way too quick, and I mean everybody. It doesn't matter what job it is, where you live, like everybody is so scatterbrained on, I gotta do this, goals, and I gotta get, that you never just take a second to one, breathe, chill, and also appreciate. So quarantine has taught us a lot, and I think that goes for everybody, and they know it deep down inside. Like, we were moving way too quick. And we wonder why time was moving so fast, You're not even like taking a second to appreciate the now. So like, you're like, where'd the week go?
On that note, do we remember so COVID started, March. Whoa.
I remember.
Crazy. That's insane. Well, I was just going to say with my DM, the divine masculine that I was talking about earlier, that could be the karmic, I'm very universal in my head. Worldly, whatever. So I definitely felt like when we fell apart, the world fell apart. Because we went into this giant pandemic, but the world does not revolve around me. It was a collective. We all fell apart.
No, I 100% believe that. The way that we were treating the earth, the way that we were treating other human beings, other species, it's like the zero appreciation, entitled, just like we deserve. No, you deserve everything in the world. Anything that you want, you deserve it absolutely.
Okay, but if you want to believe like that,
you have to get thanks for it.
If you want to believe like that, because the world runs on polar opposites, if you want to believe like that, which I do, if you believe that everything in this world is yours, then you also have to believe that nothing in this world is yours.
Absolutely agreed.
So that's where I'm at.
I feel that. Yeah. It's a hard thing to explain because it's more than just words. It really is a feeling.
Oh, because when you really start, when you have to go through that karmic lesson of learning that nothing in this world is yours, fucking sucks. But you overcome it because if you can go through it, which you can. Don't be afraid to leave that boyfriend. Don't be afraid to quit that job. Don't be afraid to fucking punch that person in the face. Just kidding. You're camera number 1. You guys are crazy.
Well, this camera's on me, so they definitely are. We both crazy. What's up?
This camera's giving me looks.
Hey, baby. So,
camera A.
yes, I actually, if anybody knows how crazy I really am, it is my cats. I sing to them all day long. I make noises.
She's Cinderella, or she's not Cinderella. She's Snow White. I hear her in her room singing la 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 la. It's so adorable, except she's way better than me. That was not how she sounded. But no, she's her bedroom is so cute with her.
Oh my God, yeah, my bedroom is like what it feels like inside my brain. It's all rainbows, aliens, unicorns, sparkles,
all rainbows,
trippy
all
stuff. Like,
the time.
It just makes me so
rainbows.
happy. I know, me
Rainbows
too.
and butterflies.
Yes, butterflies are definitely a very spiritual thing.
Yeah, what is that with you? What goes
Well,
there?
for me, so the first tattoo I got was this guy, and this was actually when I was in my longest term relationship, and great guy, still love him.
A worm.
No,
I think
it's a caterpillar.
It's a caterpillar.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And it was
Not a worm.
to show
Not a
me
worm.
that this is where I was at in my life. Like, I was just a caterpillar, and I needed to, go through my metamorphosis and become who I really am.
There he is. He's got a lot of little legs. He's cute.
lot of legs.
And so I just recently got this because this was supposed to
really
explain that I
pretty.
know
I
who
like
I'm
that.
supposed to be, and we're all constantly changing, forever changing. You can't stay the same way. That's just boring. You're not learning anything if you stay the same way.
Change is the
and
only
as your
thing
life
that's
changes,
constant.
the stages, you need to change with it. So anyway, this is just another symbolism of just, the process and
Death
how
is
it keeps.
rebirth.
Absolutely. You keep
Yes.
changing, keep growing, keep becoming your truer
Oh my
self.
gosh, well, let's roll up your sleeve, lady.
Let's show it off, lady.
Yeah.
I love baggy
it.
clothes.
I love it. I feel like the caterpillar is good luck rubbing it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Look how opposite our outfits are, by the way. Like yours is all tight fitting and mine's, I look like a boy. A rainbow boy though.
But you're wearing a bra. No?
Yeah, that's true. Gotta keep them titties supported though, girls. Am I right? Am I right? They know. They know.
I say,
when I walk down the stairs, I have to hold them.
I say, same.
Yeah.
Well, I have no stairs, but when I walk up Romeo's stairs.
Yeah. On his tiny little bed stairs. The support.
I can't wait to get home to take my bra off. So that's my motto in life.
As a teenager, I slept every single night in my bra.
That's the one thing that Madonna taught me was you don't have to wear a bra.
Oh. No, Jennifer Aniston in Friends taught us you don't have to wear a bra. Damn, girl, he was hot.
So
it still is. Oh my God, she's so
I
hot.
grew up watching that show, and then when
did
I
not watch
became
it.
old enough, like in 4th grade, when I started living with you, I never watched it, but I always watched it with my mom, on my mom's side, and my mom on my mom's side. So anyway, we were watching Friends, and subconsciously it must be programmed. It's programmed in my brain to not wear a bra.
Real seriously.
I think so.
Free the titties. Let them out.
No,
look
when just when you have a perfect rack,
I mean,
it just it would be really
a shame.
It would be a travesty.
Yeah.
A travesty.
To hold you back from that experience, getting to see.
Oh, it's not about you guys, it's about God. It's always about God. Ah, yes. Okay, so before we go, I have one thing to tell you, and this is going to be the major cliffhanger. Actually, I'll let you be the judge of that, because we also have the snake thing next episode, which is going to be crazy. Lots of meditating, lots of breathing, probably lots of screaming and crying.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't know if I'll
breathe.
feel safe without you there.
Okay,
This is like legit.
Yeah.
Like, oh geez, you're gonna be there.
I love
I can't
everything,
even talk. My
honestly.
throat chakra is closing up like a boa
But I got past
constrictor
my
as I
spider
round it.
fear, so I know you can as well. That thing,
I don't know
You
if
can do it.
that's 50-50. 50 people. I don't know if 50 people believe a spider is as scary as a snake.
I've always thought spiders were
Camera A
scary.
does. You guys are crazy. No, so there was this book in 2016 that I touched at a bookstore, and I bought it. Something dark in this book that actually, I don't know, I should throw this book out, but something's telling me to keep it.
No, don't keep it.
Yeah, I gotta keep it. It's a dark book. So I opened it, I read a couple pages. I was like, this is weird. And so that book, I guess, opened me to start channeling people. And I don't know if it just happens randomly, but it's because I only read a couple pages and got freaked out that I stopped. So I'm sure if you read the whole book, you could learn how to control this thing, because it's a power that, again, the mirror behind the chakras, you can unlock all of these beautiful shamanistic, magical, witchy powers. They're available to everyone. You just got to clear your chakras out and really
do the work.
Learn. I don't call it work. I call it loving on yourself, you know.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. So with this book, it freaked me out in 2016. Like, when I say freaked out, mental hospitals.
It sounds pretty fucked.
It's crazy, but you have to go through it. Every shaman actually has some sort of story like this, and compared to them, mine is really so like, girl, you've done this before, get up. So that's what I did. I got up, but I just found that book today, and I have to get rid of it.
Get rid of it.
So
not the good power. Get it out of here. Who knows what the intention was behind that? The writer, you know.
Well, yeah, and more so, it's just, if you don't know what you're doing, it gets scary. You don't know what you're channeling.
No,
you don't.
totally.
You know, there's a lot of darkness attached to us. Okay, all of us, and we're just renegades of light, fighting the darkness, especially right now. So with this book, it sent me into this craziness, and through that, my spiritual advisor, one of them, tells me, girl, you only talk to Jesus now. Jesus is your homeboy. Nobody else, just Jesus. And that's what the spirits were telling her. And also, I'm related to Jesus. I'm gonna leave you guys there. This is Kaili Knows.
Oh my God. That is something, by the way, you could have been like truly like murdered
it's a Christian
or
lineages.
imprisoned for back in the day.
Well, I'm trying to figure that out. We're all on this journey together. Thanks for joining me. And Dani, I'm so happy that she's on this journey with me.
And hey, I think we're all on the journey together, all of us being born at this exact same time. And it doesn't matter about the year that you were born. I mean, just like in this lifetime, just all of us being here at the same time. It's like a class, you know, like we're
in
class
each other's
of
worlds
that.
now. Yes.
Yeah,
And
so we're all here together on the journey, and
good and bad, good
affecting
or
each
bad.
other, whether you think you are or not.
Oh, it's
So
a collective.
think it does. Work
And
on
then
yourself.
another thing that I gotta stop doing is killing bugs. You know,
Please.
that's a bad thing. Like
I swear.
spiders
I'll swear you
or
guys
like
something.
an ant or anything, because that's another thing that
Don't kill the
shamans
bugs.
don't
I
do.
promise. It like made me so much more connected to everything.
Yeah, so that's another thing
Don't kill bugs.
I gotta learn, and hopefully next episode the snake doesn't kill me.
It's not going to, and that's what's amazing.
It won't.
You'll
It'll
see.
be so fun.
Just gonna do a lot of
It'll be
breathing.
fun. A lot of breathing. I'm
forget
gonna
to breathe.
start practicing now.
Water and breath. That's what you need.
Oh, and also Bella's Lonely merch. Peep that. Peep that right now.
Peep
How
that.
can we do that?
I don't fucking know. Go to her socials.
Oh yes,
figure it
go
out.
to her socials. It's actually really
But
cute.
yeah,
I wish I was
really
wearing
cute.
her sweatpants right now that
Yeah.
say horny,
And
because I
lonely on the
haven't
other side.
had sex and fucking
The song, you gotta
ever.
go listen to the song "Lonely." It'll explain more. But yeah, forever horny and lonely is the whole basis behind the merch. It's
You
awesome.
know, if you
Oh, Grandpa's sisters! He'll be so happy.
I'm just gonna leave it on the final beautiful poetic thing that I just love. Which was, what is lust? Sorry, this wolf is distracting me. If you cannot be by yourself. All right, I'll leave it there. Love you.
Real hot girl shit.